the Mchana Grand Super International. It's a race to 13. Race to 13. Let's have our players on the table.
I don't know.
Bodge.
Oh, the Bodge. Moita, he needs to pick it. I think it's important.
Gentlemen, welcome to Mchana Pub and Grill. Today we are graced by excellence. We have two of Africa's greatest players going at it at... Oh, you guys want me to look at the camera? Oh yeah, Ceasar, face this side. I will introduce all of you. So this is Ceasar Chandiga. This is the biggest, baddest in Africa this year.
Okay. Yeah. We shall be having the national anthem.
Yeah. Ceasar, welcome to Mchana. How are you feeling for this final?
I'm fine, I'm cool.
Still polite as usual. So, what are we expecting to see? Fireworks?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Polite Ceasar, thank you very much. Just introducing you to him. This is the final of Super 16. Has been happening since yesterday. Thank you, Ceasar. All the best. Let me introduce Jerry. Jerry, nice to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Yeah.
I know you're very eager to play. You said you want a very short interview.
Yeah, no, it's just exciting to be in a final after a while in an international tournament. So yeah, I just hope the balls can roll my way and my breaks work and I just play my game.
Were you a bit afraid for the last match? I watched it.
No, I just started doubting myself, thinking like, hey, what if he comes back? Then I was like, nah, a chance will come, and the chance came. So I knew it was meant for me at that point.
Nice. Congratulations on making it this far. All the best. Let you guys get to it. So this is the final of the Super 16 here at Mchana Pub and Grill.
Teacher.
Are we live? We're live. Put the microphone near the speaker. Hold the speaker. That's the speaker.
National anthem of Uganda.
Come on, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sound of the national anthems, a very stark reminder to both players of what's at stake. Not just personal honor, but the glory for the country awaits. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the consequential moment. Two players, two sublime players, two giants on the pool table go at each other for the grand final. This is the final. With me in studio is none other than Peter Chobe. Good evening, my friend.
One of my proudest moments to commentate a game is to work alongside you. I always look up to you. For me personally, I'm a commentator, but you're my favorite commentator.
That's very flattering, Chobe. And as well, next side to us is none other than Andrew Kibe. Good evening, sir.
I'm sitting amongst greatness. Peter Chobe live. God damn it.
Yeah.
How are you, man?
I'm good, and you made rounds in Uganda. There's a clip of yours that mid round on social media, when you had an attack on the other East African countries apart from Kenya.
And I'm coming to Uganda very soon.
You are more than welcome, but you have to ensure that you are safe before you come.
I'm going to get some security. Yeah? I like you Ugandans because you have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
You guys don't take things personally.
No. Nothing personal whatsoever. I'm not speaking because I'm a Ugandan, but Ugandans can mean to be very, very hospitable. It's one place where you really feel at home, this irrespective of your actual origins, and it's a good mixture of so many cultures. It's about 40 languages that are spoken in the country, but the people live in a lot of harmony.
Oh yeah. Ugandans are happy and they eat a lot, man.
Yes.
So I mean, Kibe, if you say they don't take things personally, then I can say this at least with a lot of freedom.
All right.
I don't think Kizza Besigye would say the same of you, Kibe, of that statement.
Kizza Besigye is paid by the government of Uganda.
No. That's too much for me to comment on. But
I mean, Kizza Besigye, Bobby Wine, they're all paid by the government of Uganda.
Don't get lost. I think that's a totally different conversation. But Peter Chobe, I mean, back to this table. First game, first track. What's your feeling about this game? How do you call it?
now it's a dream final. The young man from Uganda, only at the age of 24, already the toast of African pool. If there is one man who has gotten the biggest number of victories against him, and I'm speaking amongst all African players, that man is Jerry. Ceasar has been the most successful player in the last 2 years on the blackboard table and pretty much on the hayboard table. He's some kind of internet sensation. He's a darling of the crowd. He's a winner in his home country. He's a winner in all the countries that neighbor Uganda, and as far as South Africa, as far as Morocco, as far as China. But one player that normally gives him a bloody nose is Jerry. That's why this final means a lot to both of these players, and it can go either way. One other thing that makes it special is that this time the grand final has been made to have one life, and it's pretty understandable. Normally in double elimination competition, the player that is coming from into the final from the winner's side is fresh and well rested, because the player who is qualifying from the loser's side has played sometimes 3 or 4 or 5 more matches. Now imagine, had it been Royd has played already 3 matches more than Ceasar. Had it been him into this final, if he had defeated Jerry in the normal procedure, he will need to beat Ceasar twice. And with Ceasar's quality and a tired Royd, you imagine how it will be disadvantageous to him. And also the good thing is that players are in consonance, they're in agreement, because the rules were explained to them before they could even touch a cue stick to play in this competition. Yep. So it is one grand final, the double elimination, the 2 lives die for the player from the winner's bracket as long as they make the grand final.
I mean, it's only fair. It's just like a Champions League. You get there, then there's no second legs and things like that.
It's understandable as well as it was explained from the beginning.
Perfect. Now, Chobe, few things to get this game underway. Ceasar leading already.
Yeah.
Just some very few words in terms of the level of organization of this Super 16 tournament. Invite only, all expenses paid.
I'm not speaking because you are here with me. This is one of the best ever competitions I have ever attended in pool, and has been a few hundreds that I have attended for the course of the last 20 years. I have never seen a pool tournament where players are paid to participate. Now each of the players, especially the traveling players, have received already $300. They are being accommodated in Nairobi first class. Yep. They have been flown into Nairobi because most of them were in Tanzania.
Right.
They are being fed, and they have close to $6,000 to fight for as prize pot, having paid 0 shillings as a registration fee. This competition is very special, and it is a very good gesture from Mchana. I was waiting for how Mchana would respond to that big comp that was organized at Timber Exo, and the response couldn't have come any better.
Great. It never gets bigger. It never gets better than this. Ladies and gentlemen, on to the final. Jerry on the table, on the yellows, and possibly could be looking to pull one back very early. It's a rest to 13 all the way from the start. For the winners bracket has always been a rest to 13. For the losers bracket has been a rest to 11. For this main final, Same race, 2:13. And lo and behold, two of the game's greatest to ever walk the continent are with us here tonight. We hope you love it. We hope you love the quality of the video as well as of the audio. 1,200 watching live on YouTube and thousands
only
more.
One frame played, eh?
And this only after one frame played.
This match could really threaten the African record for the most watched game ever. By the way, the most watched game ever involving two African players was between these two, with 6.6k at one time watching at the same time. The second most watched match ever by two African players is again between these two, with 6k viewers watching live. And then so many others that have had 4k on YouTube. It did involve Ceasar when he was taking on at this very venue, when he was taking on the Tanzanian Innocent Sami in the final of the Grand Mchana, when we had 2,600 watching at one time on YouTube.
That was big.
So there's a lot of records to settle on and off the table from this match, and we just wait to see where it will all take us.
In terms of the pace of play, looks like a very fast-paced match as well. Would you say the same?
Definitely, Jerry, without a share of a doubt, is the fastest player on the African continent, and by a big country mile. He does have the record for the two fastest finished frames ever. One of them was against Ceasar himself in the semi-finals of the Super 16 comp that was organized by the ATA right here at the end of last year. The second one was him versus the Zambian Victor Senyenza. Can you imagine 36 seconds finishing off a frame? The second now 38 seconds. 36 and 38, nobody has frames finished better. Ceasar did win a frame that took about 49 seconds. However, it was a time tournament, to the effect that if he needed about a minute to finish a frame or else lose, so he was in a rush. But Jerry is that guy who will take less than a minute, just seconds to finish a frame, and is playing normally. No time, nobody is pressuring him to finish quickly, but that's how he is. For me, he's Africa's potting machine. When it comes to potting balls, nobody comes close. Yeah.
Great. I mean, thanks for that insight, Chobe. He's a walking library of a man. Ceasar is on the table, trying to pull away very quickly. Closes the table on the yellows for a foul committed on a break by Jerry. And I think probably you guys are in for a treat. This could honestly be one of the best pool matches you will watch just yet. All this courtesy of the Mchana Pool Club under the sponsorship of the Fahrenheit Lounge. This is the Grand Super 16. Top quality players invited from across the continent have been battling it here since yesterday morning at 10 a.m. and here we are for the very, very consequential last time for the night. Two gentlemen for a final, and who else to take the stage than Ceasar Chandiga, the famous player out of Lira, Uganda, his origins, and the gentle giant Jeremiah Naidoo, Ganda, the Green Machine. Ceasar should wrap this up very easily. Lands a very nice position of the cue ball, and that is Ceasar 2, Jerry 1. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Now, back home in Uganda, the news I have to give you is that Ceasar has played 6 double elimination competitions and has won 5 of them. That's what could be worrying for Jerry, for a statistic for this guy. He on this scale, he reached the final of the ATA Super 16 man comp that was organized right here. He reached the final with 1 life and lost to Kelvin.
Now just some breaking news breaking across the hall. Some breaking news breaking across the hall, and who else to say it? I have with me none other than the captain of the Mchana Pool Club to break the news formally. What's the update, Captain? Good evening.
one of our great supporters has just added to the kitty. Now the winner is going to get $3,000 and the runners-up is going to get $1,700. They're proud of the guys who are here and they're entertaining us. It's only fair for them to go home smiling.
Amazing stuff. Does it get... Peter has one word for it.
Yeah, no.
Inflation?
Now, normally these guys fight for $3,000 win. We go to some of the places where 128 players play out for 4 days. Some of them have used flights, pretty much being driven by just the passion. They get flights, they spend a lot of money simply to participate in that. But this time round, they are spending absolutely zero. Not only are they paid to participate, the amount of cash that is pouring into the winners and the first runner-up is even better. When Jerry was playing the first match of the day today against Saif, I was told to give him the information that the winner's prize is being increased by $800. Then he said, Peter, you have just given me the best news of the day. And now it's even more, it's 3,000. And for the money that whoever of these two players will come second, it is being increased from $1,000 to $1,700. Both of them are already winners. And yes, when the players are happy, for me, the sport wins.
Yeah. What a time to break that news when both the players are on the table. But I mean, the two players play for something slightly more than money. Is that correct?
Yes, there is this banter that is going on between themselves. They are sets of fans. The issue about Jerry beating Ceasar so many times. Now these are some of them. Ceasar has toured South Africa twice, 12 money matches. Now he has in all of those tours he has lost 3 money matches against Jerry in South Africa. Jerry as well has toured Uganda. He did win a $2,000 money match against Ceasar. That's the most watched game involving 2 African players in the history of African pool. 6.6K. And then there was twice the stake, the rematch, which was $4,000. Ceasar getting to win and beating Jerry quite comprehensively by 25 frames to 10. Jerry's win earlier in Kampala was 21 frames to 20. It ended in a decider. Now, lately, I will be telling you that even in Dar es Salaam,
while you were going with that, there's something beautiful there. Some magic on the table. And I think I'll let you finish up and then we can get back to the game.
Even in Dar es Salaam, they did as Jerry scratches. That was a little bit unfortunate. They had some, it was kind of casual, involving some money, but yes, it was some money. And it was Jerry who left Dar es Salaam the happier player. They've also faced off in Tanzania before when Ceasar did have a tour of Tanzania playing money matches and comps, winning all of them. Jerry did fly over from South Africa to try, and they normally say fix Tanzania. The two had a money match which was won by Jerry by 21 frames to 18. Then the following day they decided to double the amount for which they were playing, and Ceasar won by 25 frames to 18 as well, with a little bit of a big scoreline. So when you look at the way things have been going on, and they've been facing off so many times of late, Ceasar has been, of course, the more dominant player. He defeated Jerry in the last 16-man comp that was organized right here at Mchana. That was by the ATA. He also defeated Jerry twice. That was twice because he had defeated Jerry as well in the Grand Mchana itself in the semi-finals. So Ceasar won the Grand Mchana. Jerry came third. Ceasar came second in the Super 16-man comp. Jerry came third. In both events, it was Ceasar who defeated Jerry. And then at Timbuktu, Ceasar again defeated Jerry in the Super 16-man comp that was organized by Oscar Sodi. So they face off so many times. They are the two players that have had the biggest number of matches. Of course, Ceasar has had a lot with Aiden, but for that one, Ceasar has been way dominant. But when it comes to him taking on Jerry, that's when it can really mean to be unpredictable. In fact, Ceasar has only corrected his head-to-head statistics against Jerry of late, but Jerry has been so dominant over Ceasar. There was also a money match that did happen in Bulawayo in Zimbabwe in 2023 prior to the Queen's double elimination cup. It was won by Jerry. Of course, Ceasar came to win the tournament and after defeating Jerry in the final. So they've been exchanging victories against each other, and it's always a joy watching them play. And for some reason, even the African fraternity does agree. That's why they watch the most when it is Ceasar against Jerry.
Indeed, and thanks so much for that very detailed statistic there, Peter Chobe. These two players, in between them, 4,700 USD anyway. Are we looking at money matches tomorrow? I think I've had a lot of banter about money matches that are coming up tomorrow, while Jerry is actually catching up at 3-2 now.
I would like Mchana Pool Club to announce it itself. I don't want to tell people that Ceasar is taking on Aiden tomorrow.
You've already announced it informally,
I don't want to tell people. I have not.
Guys, we don't want to tell you that there is a very high likelihood. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. It's not yet confirmed because monies have not yet been staked in. Yeah. But Ceasar is in the house and Aiden is in the house, and they don't want to leave this place without a money match between themselves.
Ordinarily one of the best money matches across the continent at the moment, right?
Arguably the best two players on the continent, those two.
Yeah. Great. So that is a 3-2 scoreline for now. Ceasar breaking from the right, bottom left, hit on a cue, second ball, card break. Standard practice. He has done this for a long time in training, delivers the goods, drops in a ball, means that he is in business. And so, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this game is coming to you live through the Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel, as well as the Mchana Facebook page, and it's also coming up through shared streams on all the major African streaming platforms. Thank you so much for your patronage. Thank you so much for your support. Ceasar misses a seater. That basically means that Jerry is invited back to table. Now this stream has already hit 2,000 viewers across both platforms. Thank you so much for your patronage. We don't take it for granted. I think you have catapulted these players into stardom just by always joining the streams and commenting there, and I hope that we are making it worth your while even as you watch. The first pool match that is breaking records in so many ways. This is actually the first pool match with the most number of commentators. Top ranking in the continent, is it?
I remember the Grand Mchana Open final. We did it. We were four: yourself, myself, and Poach. Did you have?
We had Priest from Zim.
So it were four commentators on one match. That one should be having the record.
Oh, okay. I can tell you, we have Andrew Kibe here. We have Poach. We have Evan Sokacha, and we have Peter Chobe, one and only. Equalizer 3-3, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we bang on, and we hope you're loving it. We really hope you're loving it and enjoying this match. If you are just joining the stream, this is the sound of voice of Evan Sokacha coming to you live from the Mchana Pub and Grill, the home of the Mchana Pool Club, where we have had the Grand Super 16 pool competition that has been a double elimination tournament, sponsored by the Fahrenheit Lounge. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's amazing. I have been to so many tournaments, but this is something else. It's different. The vibe, the branding is something to die for. You have to love it. The players, by the way, flown in, all of them from various countries. Oh my goodness, it's a foul on a break, and that means Ceasar is back in business. Could we be staring at a clearance? Possibly that could be a clearance coming. And there's a lot of activity in the comment section. We shall try to catch up with that in a short time to come. You can start by commenting your predictions for this match. While at it, I want to send a big congratulations to all the Arsenal fans for starting off their league in the best fashion. Personally, I don't watch any football, save for Harambee Stars playing. And they're doing very well, by the way. The boys are rich. $2.5 million to the good by 8 a.m. in the morning. Isn't that something to die for? I think that's exactly where the pool sport is headed. We are on the right trajectory. I want to send a big shout out to my very good friend, the PS Sports and Youth, Jacobs Fikirini, potentially watching this match tonight. I think we need quite some injection of government support and funds into this sport. I think it's right about time. We had some similar conversation with the former sports minister Ababu Namwamba, and we had some very good, let me call them promises at the time.
Well, for the Harambee Stars, $1 million shillings for a match won by the boys. That is a life that will be changed after one tournament for all of the team. That is nice. And for whatever Ruto is doing here, Museveni is doing the same. The eastern side of the border.
Is he matching shilling for a shilling, like Samson with the Kenyan?
Yes, he's actually injecting in even more. But for the same reason, it is political season in Uganda and Kenya. It's understandable.
But then I think honestly, with enough motivation, players tend to really step up. Let's even
just to utilize.
Let's even talk about this tournament because players didn't register, right? It's an invite only. But then you see the level of quality of play. It's something else. I mean, look at what that boy is doing to our Cuba.
They've really been motivated a lot to shine. I have recorded so many top class shots in the tournament. Maybe the tournament where I've recorded the biggest number of top class shots, where things have been pulled off pretty much magically. It's not just the motivation, but also the playing facilities are top class. Aramith balls, original Super League. Original black ball tables. It's the same table in which Ultimate Pool in the United Kingdom is played, the same table in which the World Black Ball Champions are played, and there is nothing to. It's not one of those bucket pockets where potting is with ease like it was last week. This time you can only pot when you're pretty much on target. When you aim to pot, you do pot. When you aim not, you don't pot. It's not the table that helps you to pot. It's your game that helps you pot. But then they are able to deliver. And I have to say that for me, I feel so happy seeing Jerry pretty much back to his best again. He's one of those guys that have been the sleeping giants of African pool.
Yeah.
But this tournament has at least for the first time in about 2 years seen the very best of him. The last time that he ever won an international comp was the Eswatini Pool Festival. It's now 2 years ago, and for a guy with a name that big on the African continent, that is quite a shame. Maybe he could win, maybe he could come second, but at least we are seeing the best of him once again.
I think this is a very solid performance, honestly. Give it to the man. It's already playing the grand final. That's already, I think, good progress for him in terms of getting back to his known levels of play.
And also
look at that very nice follow-on shot there. I think that's it. I think he's taking a lead. It's very unkind. But you see, it's under conditions like this that we get to see very nice shots from these kind of players, right?
You see the best from both of the players. Now, for once, Jerry does play defense, and I know that Ceasar will most probably be responding to defense with defense.
How would you defend that ball, Chobe? I know you play pool sometime. I know you've just beaten Francis Mukwekwe.
Anytime, any day, any venue.
Both of you are fishers look at that. There's no way you can snooker from that position. It's very tough, really.
It was always difficult, but he's daring Jerry maybe to make a failure. By the way, it's the direct angle between cue ball and black is almost impossible for Jerry to put black to the center pocket on the right by bank. The probably likely shot is the corner pocket at the top left end of the table. It seems it's what he will want to play.
He's going for half the ball. If he gets half the ball,
that's what he's trying to play.
It's come out fine. I think he's done well.
No, Ceasar will as well be playing a snooker, and that one will be probably winning the frame for Ceasar if he snookers well, just like that.
Well, let's not call it just yet. This is Jerry. Okay, and that's it. I think Ceasar gets a 4-3 lead against Grand Mchana Naidoo, the Green Machine. So, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching 3,000 live streamers for this match, and this is only the 7th frame. I can tell you that this is going to break the all the record histories that you have in pool. They will be in tatters by...
Let's keep our fingers crossed. The match between Ceasar and Melling in Bolton, at one time, especially when they are playing the decisive frame, did have 7.8k viewers live. But that was between Ceasar and Melling, an African and a European. So I'm just trying to see which match between two Africans, because it's now the fans of the two players only. Yeah. Both African will break the record, will supersede the 6.6k that was as well between Ceasar and Jerry.
I think Ceasar, you know, with a lot of respect that I say this, Chobe, carries a lot of hope for the continent, especially when he's playing away.
Yeah.
In his second money match, when that guy, he called it a twitch, he missed a sitter of a ball to win the race, and say that it was a twitch, and it got a lot of bashing in terms of guys saying that he let him lose, things like that. But I think whenever Ceasar plays, and one of those reasons that he is actually an ambassador for Hable in Africa is the fact that when he plays, the world stops and watches.
For us that have been fortunate to see his career rise from grass to grace, he's not just a unique player, he's also a unique human being. Despite him being a very, very talented player, for me he has the best pattern of play on the African continent, and the pattern is the most useful thing. Ceasar is so humble in real life. Ceasar deals with everybody the same way, despite their status, despite their class. He respects everybody. Yeah. He's also very social as a person. When he arrives at the venue, the first thing he does is to say hi to each and everyone that dares to say hi to him as well. Everybody. And to pull fans, that means very special. Someone
I feel like you're describing me, Chobe. What's up with that?
No, you're not far away from that. Now,
goodness me,
those are the attributes that most people want.
Yeah.
So he's so loved in real life, and then doing that, he also has this kind of talent, that stardom that is born in him. When you interview him, he'll respond to questions as though he was trained to respond to questions. And believe you me, he has not. So
he's one of our many fans over time, right?
Over those things, and then playing so well, and then entertaining people. He provides so many highlights in his games. When he's in tricky positions, he's one of those players you will count on to produce a very magical shot, and fans like watching that one. Now it's the reason why he's the most popular player on the African continent. There is no shade of a doubt, and I'm starting to think that maybe he's also one of the most popular players in the world.
He actually is, and we have to give him that up to him. So about Ganda though, he's a gentle giant, I call him that. Just few moments ago, Kibe was asking if this guy ever smiles. He went in to interview him, and I saw some flashes of smile here and there.
Jerry actually does smile. If you think he does not smile, you actually don't spend a lot of time with him. When he toured Uganda, I got that opportunity to be with him for so many days, ensuring that he reaches each and every venue on time, gets a meal on time. Sometimes he was disturbed by flu. In South Africa, there is not as much dust as in Uganda, so he tested the dust and got the flu, and it even affected his performance in some of the games. But he's a very jolly person. Actually, when you get to meet him, he's always smiling. It's just like when he's playing, he wears a very serious face, and he's playing all the time. He can never be comfortable being in a place where there is a pool table or two and he's not playing. That cannot happen. Yeah. Even when he's just coming like from a flight, just reaching the venue, he has his cue. He says, "I want to play a game. Come." Yeah.
Great. I mean, a very good view for both players, just to get a good sense of who they are on and off the table. So thanks for describing that for us, Peter. I mean, by the way, guys, just watch out for a very, very big tournament coming up from the Mchana Pool Club. Not to give it away, but those details will be coming in not so long from now. By the way, I think without a doubt, maybe that then would be the biggest tournament on the south of the Sahara, and not only on the north of River Limpopo, but I think
something bigger than Timbuktu.
This is big, Chobe. We're keeping it under wraps for now. We like the Nice guys for now.
In terms of cash prizes,
Yeah.
there's a way Kenya, I said it to you before, that has turned the rest of our tournaments into curtain raisers.
Yeah, and by the way, maybe before you even comment on that, everybody keeps asking, when are we getting an international tournament from Uganda? One where we can all come and play. International tournament.
I want to assure you that before the Key Masters event was done, there was a meeting that took on between some people. Just keep your fingers crossed, something could be happening. There is also a plan among leaders of the sport in the East African countries to form an East African federation, then start having those regional tournaments with an international feel, also allowing players from the SADC region, from West Africa and the North. So something could be boiling.
That could be nice.
Yeah, only that the way dynamics work, sometimes some places may be more favored than others to have these events, but in Uganda, just keep your fingers crossed. I don't want to spill the beans before they are ready.
Please don't spill them. We are at 3.2 thousand live streamers on the stream, and we don't take that for granted. Maybe let me just send a shout to a few comments on both YouTube and Facebook. So thank you very much, Mwonge Louis, Charismatic Louis, Moses Carlos, Twice D, you say may the best man win, Bless, backing up Jerry, Maxine Matthews, and Dennis. Dennis seems to be a little bit enthused about Tabitha's condition. That's on you, Dennis. Jamal Nyamutamba, Maxine Matthews, and Fabio Roger. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this game live among thousands of other fans. On Facebook, we have Princess Bushira championing Caesar to win this one. Kwaku Zuma Sasu, sounds like a Ghanaian name, by the way.
Yeah, but nowadays we have West Africa watching East African.
It's picked up quite a bit.
I really love it. Guys watching from West Africa. We had someone participating in a Grand Mchana from Ghana last year. I remember his name was called Efe, calls himself Diamond Efe. He did promise that this year in the Grand Mchana we'll be having a bigger team of Ghanaian players. I like it because West Africa is the region of Africa which is really lagging behind on the pool tables and in all other related billiards, and yet they are so dominant in other sports. So we want West Africa in the mainstream competition in pool events.
And that is Caesar pulling away 5-3. Oh goodness me, boy oh boy, it's shaping up a bit too early. Marvelous Kolapo from Nigeria, live on the stream. Moses Chala, Brandon Johnson, Romeo Ngawaya, live on the stream. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream tonight. We have Jobe Ntura Sekiso, Tapiwa Msundire. Oh goodness me, I can't catch all of them coming in thick and fast. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love that you are setting across just by being here and by watching live. We are at 3,400 watching live on both Facebook and YouTube, and the numbers are soaring. Only 8 frames in. I mean, Chobe, I know that we as commentators are supposed to be very objective and balanced, and we cannot actually make a call.
Yeah.
But going by the way these two players have played to make it to this final, not in any specific scoreline, who is likely to come up, with a win out of this one? Statistically speaking, not in terms of maybe how we all feel.
I could be right or wrong, because I've been wrong so many times in my prediction, but the way that young man on table has that very consistent pattern, there is a way he's some kind of slight favorite against whoever opponent it may be. It doesn't mean that he wins all the time, but his pattern is more consistent compared to other players. I do respect Jerry so much. He entertains me a lot. He's one player whose games I like to watch in my free time, then with a smile on my face, because I love what I watch. However, when he's playing, you slightly expect maybe some miss because of the little time he takes between shots. It's how he wins, but there are those few games that he loses because of that. And in a match of this magnitude, those few frames could could make the whole difference. Also, the fact that majority of Jerry's victories over Ceasar have been pretty much in the SADC region. South African players just don't perform well in East Africa for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Is it a weather thing or something?
I just don't know, because South Africa still has the best male players on the continent today. Up to now, that much I am sure. However, prior to today, the last two big comps, real big comps, and speaking of Q Masters and Timbuktu, there was no South African in the quarterfinals, and that is the very first time it has happened in the history of African pool. So in East Africa, it just doesn't work out. So the fact that we are in East Africa, then the fact that Ceasar has very good history here. At this venue, he has had 2 money match victories against South Africans. Actually, one South African, that is Aiden. He has also won a very big comp here. That is the Grand Mchana. So he has history on his side and then some kind of home advantage on his side.
Totally agree. I couldn't agree more, Chobe. Even as Ceasar basically backs up what you've just said and doubles the leading 6-3 now. And goodness me, what a day to be alive, and especially the ambience at the Mchana Pool Club right now. I think everything is just so right. Everything is just so right. In terms of probably where the game is going, I think we have these young players coming up the ranks, the likes of Herbert Mukisa. I'm very, very happy to have been involved in his coming to Kenya and the way he's taken up. I'm seeing one of the young players on this stream. His name is Esbon Kip Kurui.
Right.
He's a top shooter. Plays out of Kakamega. Actually, is my understudy. He's my boy. Actually, just learning the ropes of the game. Chobe, I think maybe we need to just set out a match now. I know you're still enjoying your win against Francis Mukwekwe. If we came to Kenya, then he would just be a Nile perch kind of fish, right?
No, but it remains the fact that I defeated the guy in his home in Zimbabwe. I know he's watching the game, but he will not report me to the nearest police. He has no right. But I also defeated him in Tanzania. So I don't.
It's not about a home disadvantage or advantage, is it?
I don't have anything anymore to prove against him. I'm just the better player.
So I think I said on the comment section that I would wish to play the winner between you and Francis, and I think it's about time that I collect.
I was watching sometime on the internet, and I was watching you play the Kakamega Pool League. So you are still a competitive player. Why would I have a game against you? I have to be precise.
I'm a pool streamer. I don't play competitive pool.
And Jesse, and I was told even Samson Kibuga, the Tanzanian, he plays actively.
No, Kibuga has 2 left hands and 2 left feet. He does not know how to hold a cue stick.
You'll not have it easy with him when you meet next time.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness me. Great. There's Jerry. I think as he goes for his, I think it's an obvious one here. Just to baby the cue ball just a bit. Nimble. Bounce off. Jerry has been having a lot of problems with the last 2 balls to the black or thereabout, or 1.
Yes, his pattern has been a little bit hampering in this competition, but I like it when he has gotten ways to come back. He has had some very top performances in this competition, by the way, and he's a very deserved finalist. He will take at worst position number 2, at worst $1,700 US. It is very good money. He has also been one of the finer players in the competition and has produced some of the finest performances. Imagine how good Raid has been, and how Jerry just took him down sometime with ease, despite the fact that Raid did attempt a comeback at the very end. It was always a lead too big for him to try and come back against. He also won the first 5 frames in 6 minutes against the Ugandan Ibra. All of them apples, red and green respectively. I have not seen that before.
Yeah, that was something else. I think, especially against Ibra, there's no offense that Ibra had committed. All he did was to come to the table to play, It was not even his mistake.
It wasn't his mistake. And Ibra was able to fight back in the end of the day. Jerry won by 13 frames to 11. But again, for me, the best match I've watched in terms of performance from both players so far this final is still delivering, but still the match between Jerry and Aiden, when both players were shooting so well, but then we had to win. We had to have one winner, but the level of play was just world class. And then for Ceasar, some of the matches that his performance against Maluva, he was completely flawless. You couldn't fault Maluva for so much, but Ceasar was just in a class of his own, and throughout the competition so far, even for the fact that he leads in the final, maybe something is headed his way.
Yeah, I mean, I watched half that match just before my flight here, and I sympathized with Maluva because, being a young man coming out among the top 16 African players and being played out, felt like he was drowning at some point. Like, you just wished that it was over sooner for him.
Yeah.
And not that he was making a lot of mistakes. I think it was just one very top quality player being very clinical.
Yeah.
And
for Maluva, he's one of those very talented shooters on the continent who have just not arrived there yet.
Yeah.
You have the likes of Saif playing major finals, the likes of Innocent, Sami, and I think Maluva has a slightly better touch against the two, but I just don't know why his day is not yet arriving. I rate him so highly. The things he can do using the cue ball on the pool table, and I know that day will come. And today Eshka is regarded as Zim number one because of results that have been coming in his way of late, and of course even winning the team back. So, but then when you look at both of players play on different tables, there is a way you have a feeling that Maluva has the edge over Eshka. However, his day seems not to be arriving. I don't know when it does arrive. I don't know what he has to do right or what wrong he has to correct, but he's one of those talented players that will one day take on the mantle from the likes of older shooters, because sometimes again time comes.
That is it. I mean,
yeah.
This time is in fullness of time. I think he will get there, honestly, and he will be unstoppable.
Yeah.
He already is. I mean, he's already here with individuals that you can consider fossils if you can compare his age to them.
That performance of his in the first edition of the Grand Mchana, coming fourth, losing out to the eventual winner Ibra in the semi-final, coming fourth in a competition that had over 200 players, for me is his best ever performance. But I want to see more because I rate him so highly.
Great. Now back to this table where Ceasar has been invited back to the table by the Green Machine. After that miss, not necessarily an easy one to try and start off a pattern. He will try to go for the top left corner pocket with the yellow, sends in a rocket, and the rocket bounces off, and Ganda with, I think, what looks like a very, very easy clearance, should go for a stand shot and hit the long rail. Makes it even better. I think he can access the red ball to the bottom left corner pocket. Question is, can he maintain the cue ball position? Yes, is the answer. Very easily so. 3,500 live streamers watching across Facebook and YouTube. We don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. Goodness me, 6-5. And I think this is now building up to a very, very close race. I think this might very easily go down to the wire. Let's keep a very close eye on this one. Immediately after this, we shall transition into the award ceremony. So don't be too fast to drop off. You could want to enjoy a few words from your favorite players with the post-match interviews to be run by Peter Chobe, Evan Sokacha and Andrew Kibe.
And why not pass out shout outs to other commentators who make fans across the continent fall in love with the content? We have really missed Priscilla.
I mean, totally. Priscilla, the voice. And a big shout out to Q Pixels Photography, as always, doing a very solid job consistently.
Francis came so close to making this trip. Things didn't work out. Personally, I'm here because of the geographical advantage, having a 15-hour bus drive from home to here. and Francis was home, he needed to have a flight from Zimbabwe from Harare to Nairobi, and it doesn't come cheap, especially a return flight. But we are representing him, and yes, we are representing you well, Priscilla. I know she is watching, and the next time she will be commentating a game, she will have given us a new pool player.
In what sense? Kindly clarify.
Okay, she's now having a 9-month leave from pool.
Is that the case? Is it?
Yes, we are missing her, but for a good reason, a good cause.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Goodness, I didn't know that. That's really beautiful. That's very, very big news there, Andrew. Peter. And I think I really wish you, Priscilla, all the very best as you deliver us.
And the second microphone is being warmed up for her. We are not using one of the microphones because it's hers. So we are sharing one and reserving the other. It's rested to wait for her.
That's a good way to put it. It's a very good way to put it. Thank you so much, Peter. I just wanted to probably also send a very, very, heartfelt, condolences to one of our pool players. Her name is Koi. Koi she lost her baby. And I thought it's just thoughtful while I'm at it doing this. She lost her baby to pneumonia and meningitis in Eldoret. I think our heartfelt condolences and thoughts and prayers are with you and your family at this particular tough moment.
A young one, after all that struggle, sometimes you don't even have to go through it to know exactly what they are feeling.
Yeah.
May the Lord comfort her. Also, Moses Mofia did lose his mother about now 1 month ago. He was here in Nairobi. It was very untimely. He couldn't attend the funeral. He only had to travel about a week later just to be with the family for a week, and then he returned to Tanzania, where now he's a player with Q Masters.
Yeah, I mean, our deep thoughts with those members of the fraternity. I think it's really particularly painful, to lose a loved one, especially a child. Just rest in peace, baby Aliyah. Well, back into this one. Peter Chobe, you have an update for us on this game?
Well, for me, when it's Ceasar versus Jerry, I just look out for what special thing, because every time these two face off, there is something unique that happens in the game. I just look out for which one will be happening. It could be a very special shot, it could be a bizarre end, it could be drama, it could be a big comeback from one of the players, it could be a record set in terms of viewership, it could be anything. I'm just looking forward to which one it will be as a record set, maybe every time that it is when Ceasar and Jerry face off.
Thank you so much, Peter. Pulled back an impossible one there, Ceasar, and all the attention now going to that trapped black ball. Yeah, there's a question there on the comment section actually. Peter, what happens if Jerry won, since Ceasar has 2 lives? Would you wish to clarify that for us, Peter?
Now, this competition has predominantly been organized at double elimination format. Normally in double elimination format, like you can see, the final is played between the winner of the winner's side, this case Ceasar, and the winner of the loser's side, this case Jerry. However, even when before the tournament started, the players were briefed that the regulation has been changed to the effect that the winner from the winner's side will have 1 life in the final. It shall be only 1 grand final, which is what we are having in normal double elimination competitions. Normally, Ceasar will be having 2 lives, but now he has 1. That is how the regulations were made, and there is a way it is understandable, because the player who is coming into the final from the loser side normally has played a lot more pool. Normally they are tired and fatigued, and it is unlikely, if not impossible, that they could win someone who has played way less matches and is fresh. For example, Ceasar has played 4 matches. Royd has played 7. Now, if Royd had gotten himself to this level using the former rule of 2 lives, he would need to win 2 more matches against Ceasar, making it 9. That is quite realistic. They are human beings in the first place. It just gives a chance for them to rest. Well, it could be a little bit unfair to Ceasar, because if he loses this match, he's lost once in this tournament, and he would have lost the competition. But then it was explained, and they all participated with full knowledge of that change.
Indeed. Thanks very much for that clarity, Peter. You have a bone to chew with the Q Pixels photography on the comment section in YouTube. has a few things to say to you. While at it, I want to send a big shout out to the entire leadership of the Kenyan Pool and Billiards Federation, led by the president Ben Ndumu.
Now, Ben Ndumu has roots in Uganda, not in terms of birth. In terms of the game, he was a player with Clubhouse Pool Club in the Ugandan Pool League just around 2005 for 2 years, and he was a very decent player. Now, when he left and came to Kenya, it's so good how he has become a useful member of the fraternity across the border. We are proud of him.
Are you trying to say something there? What do you mean? What do you mean when you say he was a good player?
No, he was actually a good player.
What happened?
He was a very good player.
Are you trying to say there's something that happened in between him
if I said he's a
coming
very
to Kenya?
good player, now I would be lying to the world.
Oh, that is a solid shooter. What do you mean? That's why he's president.
President in terms of playing or administration?
Yeah, we can elect guys that don't know how to play pool. Yeah?
But he's a very good guy, and we are proud of whatever he's doing.
Oh my goodness. A very poor that's a bad miss from Jerry. Ceasar might want to go for a snooker just to bounce the yellow ball off the short rail and bring the cue ball back into the bulk area. I think Francis Mukwekwe seems to be very worked up about the results between his match and Peter Chobe. But in the meantime, I want to bring on board none other than Andrew Kibe. Hello, sir. How's it, man? How's you doing?
No, we're good. You guys are doing a great job. Peter Chobe.
Yes, please.
You have a lot of history on this, on the tournaments and the players.
All right.
I'm very impressed. I was just listening to you. I was eavesdropping the whole time. I was like, man, this guy knows a lot.
For me, with pool, I see pool the way you would love your favorite artist. You tend to master all their songs, and you can sing them off head, even though you don't practice how, just simply because you love them. So me with pool, that's how it is.
Are you a player as well?
Excuse me?
Are you a player as well? Because I think we should have a competitors tournament, and then I teach you guys a thing or two. Starting with you, Peter Chobe.
No, I'm not that a good player, but if you are weak, I will put you down.
And Ivan Zokacha, you're also one of the players who, look at that shot, You guys missed a wonderful shot.
No, while we have the ears on the microphone, our eyes remain on the table. We are just trying to make this stream as interactive as it possibly can.
You had a question for me.
Oh, my butt was clenched for that one. I was like, God damn. So Jerry is playing very well. I did expect him to come with a result like this.
He's a very, very tough competitor. He has a lot of very good results. He has won a lot of competitions. He has twice won the South African Championships. He has won the South African Championships as well in Heibo and in Naibo. He's a very aggressive player. He has also played Ultimate Pool before. And that is the kind of quality that has gotten him to equalize.
Nice, very nice.
Question for me, Kevin.
No, you see, I was wondering, they say those who can't do, teach. Is that why you came on the commentator side?
Yeah, it was by sheer luck, by the way. Let me tell you, when I started this thing, it was just me sitting on the side watching like two very bad players playing, guys that I beat every day. But straight to your question, I think it's not a question, Andrew. You know how I play, because we've played a lot of times. The results are clear, and they're in public domain, right? Like,
but you know, you got me when I was weak.
Sure.
Yeah, now it's a whole different game. So I think you, me,
I think the two of you could curtain raise. If in case we have a big money match tomorrow, the two of you could curtain raise. We shall have space on the tables and everything. How about that?
I mean, I'm willing to whip him anytime. It doesn't matter. Anytime, anywhere, any amount.
Evans, the word that has been used on you is whipping.
Whip him properly.
I told him whipping is used on Forex boys for now, but straight to the point is that I think maybe you should not put yourself out on this one or sit out on this one. I think we need to put together a serious sport for all the pool streamers to compete on. Maybe tomorrow, that could be something serious, maybe something like 2,000-3,000 USD.
All right.
That'll be consequential. Like you lose that, you feel something,
Yeah, you feel something.
And then my only request is that Jesse Maura doesn't play.
Yeah, he's too competitive.
Oh no, but you see, I am here now. I don't think it's Jerry should be worried about, or Jesse. Hold up 1 second. Bonapoj, please, you've been watching the game, and we've just given these two gentlemen a break. So they needed that break so they can go and refresh and come back and get the match has advanced a little bit. So far, how is the match for you?
Wow, this is one of the best matches I've ever watched on African soil. Trust me, this is a blockbuster indeed.
You know, at the beginning it looked like it was going to be a one-sided affair, but Jerry is holding his ground. Huh?
You remember, from the onset of this tournament, we apparently tried to really integrate, do some audit about Jerry. Oh, is he okay? I think he's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We are trying to say probably Jerry this could be his turning point, because he's not been winning in these tournaments, but here he is shooting very well. He's been very consistent. Wow, how about that? Look at that. Even Chobe smiling. Chobe,
Jerry can mean to be a very entertaining player. Sometimes the way he handles the cue stick, you may think that he's not sure what he's doing, but believe you me, he knows exactly what he's doing. Not only can he shoot on target, you can see his white ball manipulation can really mean to be top class, and we are being entertained to what looks like a world class game now.
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt you, Chobe. We are just trying to say, statistically, of late, or maybe 1-2 years, Jerry has not really won a major tournament on the African soil. We are thinking, we are hypothesizing, could this be his turning point going forward?
Now, Jerry has been going through a lot. In the last 2 years, he has been blowing hot and cold. There is a time when he really lost his form. He was signed up.
When you say going through a lot, what do you mean?
Yeah, when a player that big wins comps, wins so many money matches, then drops his form.
When he loses form.
Then he loses so many games. Then even his management drops him. Then gets other management, starts to be bouncing back slowly, but things have not been exactly going his way. You remember the Grand Mchana, he was third. The last Super 8-man comp here, he was third. The Super 16 of Timbuktu, he was third. He has been coming close, but not close enough. Now this match does provide a big opportunity for him to announce himself as having arrived back to the core top of African pool, especially be among the top players who are making things happen. The likes of Aiden, the likes of Ceasar, even the likes of Raid nowadays. He won a comp of late and yes, and he has won a comp of late, and we are seeing nothing from Jerry. He really needs this.
Sorry, Shop Life. Just on Jerry, I remember when he visited Tanzania. It's around 1 year ago, close to that, and this is one of the big races he won. And I interviewed him when he came to Nairobi. He told me that time he almost lost hope. That was a very closely contested race. I don't know whether it was Dula or remember what. But one thing which touched me when he told me he took a break. He went for a pep break. When he came back, he pulled it up. But he told me straight that, Poj, you see, I called my wife. I almost gave up. But I called my wife. But my wife told me, Jerry, you can't do it. Go for it and do it. That I felt very emotional, and that's why I think probably could be maybe the gods this time around could be with Jerry. Or what do you think?
It doesn't happen all the time that Ceasar misses balls that we are seeing in this match, and it gives me. It gives me a reminder of how he was performing when Ceasar lost that final just exactly 7 days ago in Tanzania against Royd. He was sometimes missing balls that should be sitters, especially for a player of his level and him in particular. Maybe this could be Jerry's day.
Kibe, I know you're a magician. You once got involved in so many things bordering on witchcraft. What's your opinion?
It's called prophecy. It's called perception. You know, some of us have been given the ability to see things longer and farther. So I don't know whether I have that ability, but what we're witnessing here today is nothing short of magic, because the play is top notch. The players who were supposed to get to the finals got to the finals.
Yeah, they have been the best players in the tournament. There is no shade of a doubt. Exactly. You wouldn't wish that any other player outside this two would be at this level, because they have both. All the players have had, apart from Ceasar, all the players have been defeated at least once. And of all those that have been defeated at least once, it is Jerry that has refused to be defeated a second time and is taking on the guy that defeated him in his first life. So it is only Ceasar that has defeated Jerry in this competition so far, and Jerry is trying to right the wrongs. It does provide him a very fair chance, and it's fair competition that maybe if he wins this match, he can take home the money. In another way, no more double elimination competitions do have the player from the loser side having two lives.
Did you see a shot?
He normally delivers those. He puts with power, draws the cue ball back, and does it with precision.
Nice.
He needs with two frames now.
Nice. He has the momentum, and just like I was telling these guys earlier, once you have that momentum, there is no earthquake, there is no tsunami, there is no witchcraft that can get you out of Jerry's claws.
And I'm sorry, Chobe, Peter Chobe, you normally call it so early. This one, can you call it?
As in, I
call this race.
In the beginning, I still stand by my word. Because you are listening from someone who has streamed Ceasar's matches in a few hundreds. He has been in all of these situations before, and most of the times he fights back, so I wouldn't be surprised. But one thing he needs, I know, Ceasar, is timeout, because while Jerry is having momentum and the psychological edge on his side, now Ceasar has dropped a little bit of his pattern. He just needs to maybe go down, cool off, maybe call the manager, say something to him, then come back at his best.
This will be the turning point, because this is Ceasar's game for the losing. This is Ceasar's frame for the losing. But
if Ceasar does not win this frame, then he puts himself in a very difficult position to come back. So we're here at Mchana Pub and Grill on Gong Road, enjoying the best pool. Man, this is such a treat. You see, I understand now when people go to Kasarani to watch football, only that for us it takes a much longer time, and it's indoors. But I understand the feeling of having to watch people at their best. It is crazy. It is just something else. What do you think, Peter Chobe?
Yeah, this is the pool lovers' paradise. Watching a match like this one, and especially when the guy that came in as a slight favorite now we're having the hunter being hunted. When Ceasar defeated Jerry in his first life, it is now Jerry on the hill against the same Ceasar. That's exactly what fans want to watch, to see whether Ceasar can make a comeback, or to see whether this will be the turning point of Jerry winning a first international competition of the continent in 2 years, even as great as he is.
So let me ask you a question, and I've been asking the same question to everybody. What do you think makes us different? Because I don't think Ceasar can shoot better than me. Yeah? I don't think Jerry can shoot better than me. So what do you think makes us different between us and them? Because there's something they have that we don't have.
Now, there are these things. There has to be hard work hard training. There has to be the talent. There has to be the discipline on and off the table. The way the players conduct themselves in front of opponents, officials, and the way they conduct themselves as persons. As Ceasar pulls one frame back quite magically. But then one thing, there has to be a little bit of luck. Combine all those elements and you'll be the dream player. And and these players have most of those. These two players are all talented. I know these players all train hard. They are all committed on the table. They also have the discipline. One thing I can tell is that every time that Jerry has been finishing a match, he goes to sleep. He has been ensuring that he has enough sleep before the following day. There's one player whom I don't want to speak out his name because it does affect the brand and we need the player's brands, but he's a very good player, but he lost very badly this morning simply because he decided not to have enough sleep, and when he played this morning he was visibly very, very tired. I know that manager Mindres, you are watching this match, and yes, that is something that really has to be checked on.
So it's the same qualities you need for everything else in life are the same ones that you need to put into this. There's consistency, discipline, get here on time, work on your mindset, because right now you talked about a mindset and you said that Ceasar might need to talk to one of his managers, yes, just to get his mind right.
They do need that. There is that one person they believe in life, that when they tell him fight on, you can do it. It can be, sometimes it can be a parent, sometimes it can be a manager, sometimes it can be a wife, sometimes it can be a fan. I know a very fond fan of Ceasar. He's called Marisa. He's watching from South Africa. He has gotten so many problems being South African and supporting Ceasar against South African players. When he tells Ceasar that Ceasar fight on, Ceasar will fight for him. There is always that one person whom when you listen to, you can fight for that one person. Now we may need to speak to that one person, and same to Jerry when he's not on the hill, when things are not going his way. There are those people that he normally speaks to. That's why sometimes you see those players, they ask for timeout, then they go onto their phone. They make a call.
So let me ask you. This is very very unique to. Let me not say unique. Unique might be the wrong word, but I see Uganda and South Africa. The fans have no problem talking when their player is on the table.
Yeah.
Like now.
Yeah, I get it. Now, there are some countries which I know that pool is a fans game. Not just Uganda and South Africa, but the chanting that was given to Royd when he was winning that complacia by the Zambians and most especially the Zambians, because they simply crossed the border and there are so many Zambians that live in Tanzania, and it was too much. Then the Zims, the Zimbabwean fraternity, they can shout up to the end of the match. They can sing. They support as though it's a football game. Then I saw the Malawian fans as well. They support people like they support football.
You know here in Kenya, when I'm playing, shut the fuck. Oh, sorry, keep quiet.
Yeah,
don't say anything.
Yeah,
if you're my fan, keep quiet until I'm done.
Yeah, like you can see, people are watching, but quietly and disciplined.
Yes,
it's just the balls talking, but sometimes it's not
Uganda and at least what I've seen in this tournament, Uganda and South Africa, you guys are loud.
Uganda, the passion is a little bit too much. It doesn't need to be a big match for people to park dozens of vehicles and watch up to 2 a.m. in the morning. It doesn't have to be big money. There's just a lot of passion for the sport, and so happy that from that kind of passion, some of the country's better players are now becoming huge continental stars, of course being led by Ceasar, then the likes of Ibra, are household names, the likes of Joseph Kasozi, the likes of Bani Kamanso, so many of them.
So very soon we're going to see pool become a full professional sport in Africa. As in, we will start to see professionals where you do nothing else but play pool.
For as
no
long
other
as,
side hustle.
For as long as we have people like Chairman, for as long as we have people like Mheshimiwa Kimba.
And by Chairman, you're talking about Chairman Mchana Pub and Grill.
Yes, people like those having the passion, having the money, having the zeal to invest it in the sport, despite the fact that they are not exactly getting the financial reward.
I have to interrupt you for a second. Look at what is happening on the table. I think your boy Ceasar needs that break.
It's done and that's it.
Your boy Ceasar needs that break.
He does need it, but it is him to call the break.
How long is the break?
He can be given a maximum of 5 minutes just to get his mind back together.
You think the pressure is getting to him?
Yes. You know, Jerry can be so bullish. He doesn't finish the frames normally. He finishes as if he's tormenting you psychologically. Sometimes he takes very little time. You can work so hard to win a frame, then he comes back and cancels that frame in just seconds. Like putting your hard work to zero. That one can haunt you a little bit. You just need some time off, relax, take some water, think again, maybe change your game plan and come and face him again.
Okay, Peter Chobe, let us take 2 minutes. I want to engage Podge and then give the mic back to you guys. Our head commentator for the day is Evans himself, and he needs to do the work he's paid for. But meanwhile, Podge, yes. Your thoughts so far? I find your brain a very. I want to use the word sexy. Can I use the word sexy?
What do you want information to know? Because I was really having just my drink. You just came here and tell me, what do you say?
I mean, right now Jerry is on a roll. You can see him. He's a 9-7.
Yes, I think the gods are with Jerry tonight. Trust me, the gods are with Jerry. I've played this game for so many years. The gods are with Jerry. Trust me. But
how many years?
I'm in East Africa. I wish Ceasar all the best. But trust me, the gods are with Jerry in this Super 16 tournament. Trust me.
How many years have you played?
Oh, 39 years, 40. But one thing I like the unifying factor, unifying momentum of African pool. Because trust me, when I saw the South African anthem being played in Nairobi City, in the heart of Nairobi City, when I had the Ugandan national anthem, I was very proud of Africa. I was really very, very proud. Here we are. We Kenyans, we put in the Super 16, we put around five Kenyans, 5 top Kenyan players, and they fell. But we still respect. At the same time, we acknowledge these two were the best of the best. So Africa is proud.
Thank you, Bwana Podge. I want to give the mic back to our lead commentators, but before I do, I want to enjoy this moment here, watching Jerry get to 10. Simple, clinical finish. We are totally having the time of our lives enjoying this.
So I thought just to also say, in African pool, what I've noticed, the noisiest is Ugandans and South Africans. So whatever happens here, from this midnight, from this end, trust me, there'll be too much noise from either side. I don't know, but I think Kenya will be peaceful. The Ugandans will go back to their country. South Africa will go back to their country. Kenya will remain peaceful because these are the noisiest pool players and pool fans in Africa.
Thank you, Bwana Podge. I will hand over the mic back to Bwana Evans. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Right now the scores are Jerry 10, Ceasar 7. God damn. Thank you for coming.
Great, amazing, good stuff there from Andrew Kibe, one and only. Calls himself the prophet. He's just prophesied a few matches here, Andrew Kibe. Fluked and was right on one. Prophet Kibe. But the game has now taken a timeout on Ceasar's request. And we should be back with the real action in a short time to come. But before we do that, let me just get some feelings from across the crowd. We have to speak to Josex Tomogisha, Peter Drury of Paul. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Okacha. How are you doing?
Amazing. There's one word called chazelich. You know, you say that only when there's no word in English that can describe how you're feeling. Huh? It's Dutch, by the way. Now, tell me, what do you make of this match? How do you see it shape up now? It's 10-7 to Jerry.
Jerry has been playing quite really well in this tournament, but Ceasar is Ceasar. They met earlier in the winners brackets semi-final. Ceasar beat Jerry, but still Jerry made a few mistakes. He should have won that match. But right now he has minimized his mistakes and is grabbing any chance that he's getting. And with Ceasar, you cannot tell. He might pull a comeback and win 6 frames in a row. That is Ceasar for you. But with Jerry, he only requires a chance. So up until now, with the way the frame or the match is proceeding, Jerry seems to be the favorite as at the scores. But with Ceasar, you never write him off. But I would say this: if Jerry wins one more match, there will be no comeback. One more frame, there will be no comeback for Ceasar. Because he just needs a chance in any frame.
I mean, the way guys are prophesying in this match, they make Moses and who's that other prophet in the Bible? Make them look like...
You guys, this is full prophecy. Those who can't play, preach.
You should have had his prophecy just now.
What did he say?
Hey, but hey, a lot of too many permutations. You even cannot tell which now is the prophecy.
I heard him saying,
he's basically saying anything can happen.
If Jerry wins one more frame. So scores are what? 10? Yeah.
Well, with Jerry, he only needs one chance in a frame. He puts one ball, he can clear anything. So he just needs to win one frame. Because out of 4 frames or 5 frames, he will get a chance or chances.
Because of breaking as well.
Yeah. I think who's your favorite prophet in the Bible, sir?
Me.
Let the prophets do their job. Let's try to focus on what we came here to do. But thank you so much, Sexto. Yeah.
It has become cold. When it's that cold, you can tell they are under pressure. They're on the ropes.
I want us to acknowledge the fact that Kenya did not even come close to this one. What do you think happened there? Do you guys have any thoughts? Why didn't we, or are these guys so way ahead of us that even if you have these 10 times, it will be the same result?
Yeah. I actually spoke to Fahad, who is a top shooter, and he basically told me that I think the game is advancing, it's growing, but it's true, we are not yet at this level. And you see, this is one thing that I told you, these balls are round, and to like make round things move in a very specific direction consistently, you can't like fluke your way out of that, right? So I mean, let's give it up to them. Like, they have had enough table time and consistency and experience, and now they are here at the finals, Uganda and South Africa. So to be fair to the Kenyan players as well, I think we are making very good progress, but good things take time. And maybe in a few months, maybe weeks, maybe 1 year, and Jackson is a good example, right?
Mrefu put on a good show and spirited fight. He lost today to Ibra on his second life, but he took Ibra to quite some interesting frames.
And he got 10 frames from Ceasar, so that says something. We're getting a bit there, very close, right? But then they can beat us on this one, but we are waiting for Arambe Stars, so let's meet there. If like it goes very bad, we just meet there.
You know, it reminds me of these guys who are playing a football match in Mombasa, and they were whipped 6-0, but when they were leaving, they kept saying, lakini chobo na kanzu suliona. Suliona chobo na kanzu. So for them, it's the chobo and the kanzu. So goals are for you.
Yeah. I think it almost sounds like your quote to say, like, you know, you should learn when to take your winnings. You know, everybody just check that.
Learn when to walk away.
Correct.
So let me give you another prediction here. You see what happens is, all sport and all talent comes from the ghetto. All sport and all talent, all that exists only in the ghetto. That's why a Kenyan will never be number 1, because Kenya is too rich. So we have to give at least the poor. How can you be rich and still win? Winning is for poor people.
I mean, I totally differ. I totally differ with that. Do you know Kevin Prince Boateng? By the way, Kevin Prince Boateng used to play football. No. I think even for Bayern.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, the guy is Chumda, and actually he's also very talented. Yeah.
How many players do we have who play international football that come from privilege?
Yeah, you know, mpaka ukanyagwe kwanza
How
ndo.
many players, pool players in Kenya, who come,
I mean, good statistic. Yeah, I think.
come from privilege?
No, I don't have a count, man. Yeah.
No, we can count the players, and you will see.
I don't know them that well that I can actually say 1, 2. Because they're none.
A chairman will never be good enough to this guy has things to do, man. Nigga. What do you say? The good players do not. The good players have to, because you have to come from a place where you have a lot of time, and this is a way out for you. That's why it has to be a serious sport for them. So this is a sport that has the people coming from underprivileged backgrounds.
Is it?
It's always
I
been.
doubt.
Always been.
So are there any golf players that come from underprivileged backgrounds?
A lot of caddies become players. Caddy, you know the caddy?
By watching, yes, I know caddy. I have a few caddies in Kakamega. You know, I play golf, by the way.
So you know the caddies also tend to
Sure.
a lot of caddies are
By watching.
pro. Yes, a lot of caddies have gone pro.
So, and the reason I have to compare that with golf is because probably there might be some perceptions that then would associate golf with players that are from well-to-do backgrounds, right? And I mean, it's a very strong. It's actually a very strong opinion that you give there. Yeah, but I think that's something we have to come back to.
You see, as a hobby, there's no pressure. But when it comes to competition and you put money on it, who's going to come? The person who needs the money. And who needs the money? The one who's coming from underprivileged. Otherwise, how are you playing this game? You don't have time to play this game.
You can have other reasons to play for more than money, can't you?
Unless it's a hobby, and we don't have that yet. Who's playing pool for a hobby apart from me and you?
Great, there you have it from Andrew Kibe. Now to bring us back into the action, live from the Grand Super 16 final. Actually, the grand final. This is the final after the final. Has been a double elimination competition held yesterday and today. Totally thank you for finding time to join the stream tonight. Ceasar mounting a fight back. Will he get 6 frames that he's looking for? Jerry looking for 3 frames to take this one home. Seems like he's likely to pull this one back. Very nicely done there by Ceasar. I think it's very measured there. And likely, I think this frame could almost be done now. Shall be giving you updates in terms of the numbers watching this match across all the streaming platforms. I'm sorry about the Facebook stream. Just made aware that the Facebook stream has dropped. Our technical team is working very hard to bring that back up. So sorry for that. For the over 2,000 fans watching live on Facebook, let's try to get that back up and running. While I'm at it, I think Ganda working very hard to get his third last clearance for the night. Needs 3. And seemingly he might be pulling in one of those just now. It's very nicely done. I think he can now roll that red ball to the bottom left corner pocket. And once that drops, then I think the rest should be a formality, as Peter Chobe says it. Very nicely done. I think that's it. I think it's very focused, Jerry. Bang! Oh my goodness! I think he's out to prove a point here, Jerry.
Under pressure, Mr.
It's really
Under pressure.
a lot of comments coming in thick and fast. We shall be catching a glimpse of those in a short time to come. Jerry looking for the right score digits to actually update the score line.
Sorry, Evans, you are indeed a very conservative commentator at this stage, at this level. Can you call it, Evans Okaja? Can you call this game?
Can I call this game? Yeah, I think I was in Eldoret with both of you when Ceasar was playing Brian Kiptalam, and Ceasar was down, I think, 8-6 in a race to 9. And I think we saw things that, you know, only the devil could describe, you know, in picturesque. So it's never too late for a player of this caliber.
Sometimes people fail, the candidates fail because of answering the wrong question. I just asked you a simple question. Can you call this one or not?
Can you call it? Is it a yes or no?
No, I can't call it. No. And I have my right reasons, I think. Can you call it yourself?
Thank you. I can call it. The gods are with Jerry. The gods are with Jerry.
Yeah, well, that tells you something about, you know, Podge is growing in wisdom, I think. Right now has a lot of blessings and curses in his tongue. He's answered that question in a very, very different way. He's not really made a commitment, but I think he might be right, actually. Just means that the pool gods are on Jerry's side in terms of luck. But I think that would be to take away a lot of credit, you know, in terms of the level of play we are seeing from Jerry. I mean, give it up to the man. Look at the level of focus and concentration he brings into this game. Really. I think the scoreline tells a story of commitment, you know, and of resilience, of building up on the lessons he's picked from the games before. And I think for sure Jerry could be very, very quickly approaching the hill for this match. What a convincing way to do it. What a convincing way to do it. The last balls, oh goodness me. He really needs to put his head down on this one. Really needs to put his head down on this one. I think he had it going on very well for him. He's beginning to fancy a magical shot there to go in through the 2 yellow balls. Oh my goodness, that was almost fancy. He enjoys it himself, but it wasn't to be. Ceasar the very, very best of positions, but he'll try to dive behind the yellow, tuck it in. It's not the toughest of snookers. Well, it's not easy also, because the path to the kick shot is blocked by the yellow around the rack area. That is the natural path for the cue ball to access the red ball. Feels like he wants to try go for a very, very tough spin. It's a foul, which basically means that Ceasar could narrow that gap further. We are basically staring at an 8-11. Kills that ball totally, the red ball. And I think we are staring at an 8-11 scoreline now. Ceasar now shooting very, very fast and very, very convincing, in a very convincing way. Done. That's it. Wins it, 8-11.
Evans Okacha, as this heads to the home stretch, what can you pick from this massive Super 16 tournament? It has been a very massive 2-day of Super Pool. What are the positives you pick from this?
Yeah, I think I can pick a lot of positives from number one, the level of organization in terms of just, you know, a double elimination is a very heavy tournament to allow players to have enough time to rest. I think that's a very, very big positive there. It's one thing that I have to really, you know, send a big shout out to Martin Kihato, the tournament director. He's done very well. When you also look at the, you know, the playing area, it's very well secured, very well branded. I think the players playing in there under your country's flag, you know, the space itself, the ambience, and I think maybe also the way the players have been treated, you know, to be, you know, flown in, taken very, very good care of. I mean, those are things that any upcoming player can only dream about. So that is happening here. I think honestly tells a story of different levels of growth in the game, and not just in the game. That also Mchana is leading the line in doing all these things.
Good one of Evans Okacha, and apparently also not forgetting the framework, the style they used to pick these Super 16 players. It's about consistency, the current form, and in Kenya, those players they picked, I tell you, I think if you look at the scores, look at the key KPIs, the key performance indicators, trust me, it leads to those players we picked from Kenya. And at the same time, Jerry and Joseph, the two Zambians we picked, Royd, Kabwe and Fikoti, they've been very, very consistent indeed. And the Ibra from Uganda, Ceasar from Uganda, trust me, very consistent indeed. And look at also the Malawian Jinte, very consistent indeed. So I think it has been a very fairly constituted Super 16.
Yeah, I mean, totally. I totally agree with you. The fact that you know, it's a very, very transparent way of doing it. I know that we have the ranking system, especially for the Mchana backed tournaments, called the maps. and which also informed a lot of choices that were made on the invitations, because this is an invite-only event, right? The players playing here must have merited, in some sort of criteria to actually make it here. So while this one, oh my goodness,
This guy, they got up for him. At the same time, he's talent and he deserves it.
I think
he deserves it.
I think he's played very, very well.
I already called it. You're a coward. Why did you call this? I called this thing Jerry, who is winning.
Well, it's not over until it's over, and I've seen games turn on their head, very close to the finish line.
But what is interesting, I'm closer. Ceasar is more of a friend to me than Jerry, and it's really.
Are you hurting? Are you hurting with the? Is this scoreline hurting you?
Evans, I'm baffled by the quality, the capacities, the competencies, the efficiency of the green machine tonight.
Okay, great. That is Porge for you there, with the Ganda rocking what could be the last frame of the night. But I mean, it's a wait and see, because we have seen games turn very close to the finish line, and I mean, and with a lot of respect, we say this to both players, that it could be 12 now, maybe it could turn, but also it could be over before you know it, because he's also the one breaking.
Sorry, Evans. This frame, Ceasar will win this frame. But Kibe, did you just sweeten that shot? This should be the ghost. Not Aden Joseph, this should be the real ghost.
No, but that guy, I was looking at him and wondering, what can I pick from him that makes him play the way he's playing right now?
It's too late for you, Kibe. It's too late. Kibe is approaching 50. It's too old. Evans, maybe you. You're still very young.
Yeah, I'm actually turning 24 next sisi ndo majenzi wale tuko bana.
Kibe,
unajua majenzi wako na status wakiitwa mayouth ndo sisi
mtu mzae, look at him.
But Kibe, just to let you know, Africa is really transforming. Do you right now, you don't need a visa to go to South Africa if you're a Kenyan. So Kenya and South Africa, they have very cordial diplomatic relationships, and think Africa, we just need to, these boundaries, we just need to break it. We just need to break it out. We have to break it down. I don't need a visa to go to another African country. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you a story of Egypt. Yesterday, the president of Egypt was in Uganda, and is a bit worried about the waters of the River Nile. Why? Because they're shrinking every day. Because us and our people there also are a bit, now a bit thirsty now, gobbling up some water before it goes into Lake Victoria, which feeds the Nile. So, you know about the Africa Free Trade Area agreement, where we're supposed to actually have no boundaries when it comes to trade?
Oh, yeah, it's true.
But it's just never working, yeah? Actually, only Paul seems to be, adhering to a lot of those things but nothing like trade or something, yeah?
Okay.
So, I think it's a good thing you say there, but, when it comes to this hard, solid stuff in terms of infrastructure and trade, it's nowhere close.
Just to cut you short, sorry for that, Evans Okacha. Infrastructure. We are having the that one, we really called it, Kibe. We really called it. It is Ceasar 9, Jerry 12. Jerry's on the hill, but we really called it. But back to Africa, we are talking about infrastructure. Infrastructure will cut across the Trans-African Highway. There's so many other infrastructures. If we could do massive highways across Africa, from Kenya to Egypt, again connecting to West Africa, connecting to Morocco, connecting to South Africa, connecting to everywhere, I think life in Africa will be like heaven.
Yeah, let me ask you a question that Kibe would ask.
All right.
With which money? That sounds like Kibe.
Let me tell you something. Africa is the richest in minerals.
Oh, it totally is.
Yes. Africa.
Gentlemen, we are witnessing Jerry taking this match.
I already called it already. The gods are with
It's
him.
happening right now.
The gods are with him. You're too late. I already called it. The gods are with Jerry. I already called it almost
That was a dry break by Caesar.
No, it's the gods. It's not Caesar. That is not Caesar playing tonight. The gods are with Jerry. That is not Caesar. Trust me. Caesar is a different animal when it comes to pool. This is the gods. The pool gods are with Jerry. Evans Okacha.
Yeah, I think I'm almost getting very confident to call it now. I think this game is actually over. Jerry might be needing one position for the last red ball to the bottom right corner pocket, and that's it.
And Evans Okacha, this guy, this South African, this green machine, he's consistently tried and tried and tried. He's never won a major tournament in Africa soil for some time, and I think this could be. I already called it yesterday. This could be a standing point because I watched him shooting yesterday. He was doing great in the table, queuing very well, very consistent, very disciplined. But trust me, he never gives up. So, in my opinion, this could be his turning point. This could be, trust me, a new green machine.
I think the fat lady is preparing now. But
The fat lady was putting lip balm, just taking a sip of water.
What do you mean, the fat lady?
She's about to sing now. Because looking at this now, but the way we've seen the last balls, cheat on Jerry.
Not on this.
Not on this.
No, it's over. It's over. Trust me, it's over. I can bet one of my balls. It is over, Evans. It is over. Trust me.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Congratulations, Jerry.
this has been an exciting 48 hours of pool. And who to take it other than Jerry himself?
Whoever, anybody go.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, Evans.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we have witnessed here was greatness. Jerry versus Caesar. Jerry takes the win. Caesar, well played, tried to come back, but Jerry was too strong today. So we want to have a quick word with Jerry, just while he's hot and fresh, so we can get his thoughts on everything that just happened. But you have witnessed Super 16 here happening at Mchana. Jerry walks away with $3,000. I'll hand you over to Okacha. Okacha will have a small interview with Jerry while he's still in the zone, while he's still excited.
Very well, thanks so much, Andrew Kibe, and I hope I'm properly in your frame. Jerry, congratulations.
Thank you.
How does that feel, sir?
Feels good, man. Feels good. It's been a while, yeah. It had to come at some point. I needed an international win, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it feels good, yeah.
It's been a long time coming. At some point you were knocked out of the winners bracket and you went to meet Royd, who is your bogey player of some sorts. I think he's given you trouble. What was going through your mind when you were playing that game? With Royd especially?
Well, I was just telling myself, I just need to win that game, and I know I'm going to win the final. So I was confident going to the final. I was 6-3 down against Caesar. I got my chances, then I just took every chance from there. And yeah, I'm happy that I played well and I was able to play my proper game with no stupid mistakes and stuff. So yeah, I'm happy. It's been a while.
What are you doing different? I mean, there's something that you have done consistently since yesterday.
Well, I've been taking more time on my shots. Yeah, I've slowed down a bit. Okay, sometimes I forget about it. I just rush, but that's my normal game. But when I tell myself just be calm, compose, and play your game, and then everything goes. Everything.
I mean, sometimes it almost feels like, bang, 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 and the black ball especially, always a rocket. Yeah. Today it has been a little bit different, I think.
No, I was making sure today. I mean, in this final I played well. I had to take every chance. Caesar was playing well, so every chance I had to take.
Sorry, Evans. We've been talking. I've been calling this thing. We've been saying this time maybe the gods, the pool gods, are with Jerry. Jerry has played so many tournaments, big tournaments, and I think this could be his turning point. Jerry, could this be your turning point?
I hope so, yeah. I just needed that one big one just to break the ice, yeah. So let's see.
Since yesterday, you've been shooting very well. And I'm telling you, everybody most of the people have been supporting you, even Ugandans. They've been saying Jerry deserves this.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry, for the 5,000 people watching live tonight, and a lot from South Africa, what do you wish to tell them tonight with this win?
I just want to say thanks, guys, for the support, and thanks to the haters as well. You all motivated me to win.
Haters as well.
Yeah, thanks to my haters as well. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Maybe, Jerry, before you go, I want you to do something for those fans in your classic fashion. I want a rocket of this, one of these yellow balls, just without thinking. Yeah. Just to celebrate.
Sorry, you already had it. I think what you could do, Jerry. Jerry. What you could do before that. Why can't you even do as some South African dance? Can you dance? All right. Let's do it. This is Jerry.
Wait for the rocket.
All right.
In a celebration style.
All right.
Let Jerry show you something about how they're going.
Let's go, Jerry, man. The green machine.
He just never thinks about it. Just enjoy one rocket.
All right. Go for it, Jerry.
And I hope you enjoy some entertainment just for a bit, and just to see the rockets flying and the music to go with it. And that has been, ladies and gentlemen, even as we sign out of this one, has been a big one. Massive 48 hours of pool. Ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to this moment where we celebrate greatness. We get to breathe the same air with these champions, and I hope you've had a lovely 48 hours of your life enjoying pool in a way you haven't done ever before. We call it for the final. Jerry Green Naidoo Uganda is the champion of the Super 16 Mchana edition. Final score 13 Jerry, 9 Ceasar. Good night and goodbye. Signing out of the Mchana Pub and Grill. I have been your host, Evans Okacha. I see you on the next one. Goodbye and good night. God bless. Yet. We are coming with the live coverage of the awards. Stay onto the stream, still building, and it's funk now, and everybody is enjoying and loving it. So don't go away just yet. We are about to get into the awards segments now. So hold on to the stream. Don't tune off yet.
is getting, wow, how many dollars are those? We'll tell you in a few. That's a lot of dollars being presented by Peter Chobe Live. It's a lot of money there. It's a lot of dollars there. Will be $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 confirmed. Thank you. And then I think it's number 3 now. It will be number 3. It's Chobe, going forward. All right, Chobe. Thank you, Chobe. Number 3 is I think Royd Kabwe. All right. Royd Kabwe, number 3. Very great player. Royd is done very well. Royd Kabwe, number 3. Very good.
Remember, Royd is the one who won in Tanzania the other day against Ceasar.
All right.
He's a bad mama.
Great stuff. All right. Yes, safe as you need to have a photo with a big check or Musosi, sorry. This is a big check. This big check is a really big check.
It's a big check, but it's good for the organization.
Exactly, it's a big check. And $5 is a lot of money. $5 is a lot of money. All right, but
paid for accommodation.
You've been the MC for this great tournament, and you've done a fantastic job. Wow, congratulations! At the same time, we thank you. You've done a good count of yourself.
Thank you very much.
Going forward, I think. Wow, sky's the limit for Mchana.
Yeah, sky's the limit. Everyone loves Mchana. Mchana does anything for pool and for the game. It's for the good of the game, and even the international players love Mchana now. They are making it home. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. That is Musosi. He has been the MC for the tournament. And here we are. Ceasar is going to take his prize. I can see Peter Chobe very happy. smiling, seeing Ceasar getting, wow, 1,000. It's actually 1,700. It's 1,700. It was printed, but it has been added. Remember, it is not 1,500, but it's 1,700 US dollars. That is the current remuneration. Ceasar will get 1,700, not the 1,500 in the big one. And there you have it. Big prize. Wow. He deserved it. Jerry deserved this one this time. Jerry has been very consistent in this tournament. We have loved it. And telling you, wow. It has been very massive tournament. We are excited. We are very happy. Thank you. Wow! Hey! Wow! Fantastic! It's a carnival. It's been very fantastic. We've been very happy. Yes, it's very good. Congratulations, Jerry. You deserved it. You played very well. You deserved it. Yes. It has been a wonderful tournament. We have really appreciated. We thank it. We thank God. And team manager, it has been very wonderful.
Yes, it has. It has been a successful event.
Right.
We are happy to host the best in Africa, and we welcome our doors to all of them.
All right, and you will keep hosting them.
Yes, we will.
Thank you so much, team manager. It has been very wonderful indeed. King Fahd, this has been a very wonderful tournament, very well organized. What do you say to the rest of Africa?
Indeed, Podge, another fantastic tournament organized by Mchana. It's been a fantastic weekend of Action-packed, talented individuals, talented players. You've seen the shots that have been played. Guys have really, showcased their talents out here. Kudos to the chairman for, always promoting and recognizing the hard work these players, put in the game. The sky's the limit.
I think the sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit. Mchana shown the way, and hopefully other clubs out there could follow suit and give these guys reasons to hone their craft, improve their skills.
Sorry, as we continue, this could be a precursor for the great Mchana, Grand Mchana Open, end of November.
Indeed. If we can do this, imagine what could happen at the end of the year, right? Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. That was one of the main organizers of this place. And Captain, before we close this, as we close this stream, this could be the precursor for the Grand Mchana opening end of November. How can you just invite the rest of Africa, the rest of the world for this?
Even as we continue planning for the Grand Mchana, this was just a taste of how big it's going to be. A lot of surprises is coming. Hopefully the place is going to be bigger. We want Mchana to be known. It's already known, but we want it to be global. It's a brand, and clearly the top players have come, and we are happy with short notice. They recognize the brand and come and give us a show. So for the coming Grand Mchana Open, which we will confirm the dates to you, all are welcome. This is the place to be. Melling, this is the place to be.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We are so excited. We've had a fantastic weekend of pool, and pool is winning. East Africa is happy. Kenya is happy. Trust me, Africa is happy. The world of pool is happy. Thank you. Until another day. God bless.
wakua maisha ngoro yakwa gikunengera ayothe miaka 10 uraga ngwetereire ndioĩ wathiĩ Nairobi nĩ ũgacenjia ndioĩ wathiĩ Nairobi nĩ ũgacenjia njokeria me ĩyo ndakũgũrĩire tondũ mbica nĩ wagĩikirie kĩoro
tarĩkia kwao na mũthuri Nairobi
akĩmenya gwĩtaga
Let's all get a house.